Well, actually, what they're finding now is if you add CBD when you have THC, the way the CBD reacts in the receptors, it helps to lower the reaction of THC. I'm probably not using the right science right now. But
I love CBD. They were my favorite rap group.
If you ever find that
ABC, CBD.
If you ever find that you're too overly medicated, you can incorporate more like a higher level of CBD, and it will just help balance it out a little bit.
The Todd Shapiro Show, SiriusXM 168.
It's time for the 420 Weed Report, brought to you by Boveda with Melissa Rolston.
The 446 Weed Report. How you doing, Melissa?
Good, how are you?
Have you met the handsome gentleman on your left?
I did, luckily, yeah.
Yeah. Are you married?
I am.
Yeah. I wasn't sure
There's
for
a
some
ring
reason.
on it.
Yeah.
You always scope the left hand first.
Okay, you gotta
Rule
look.
number 1.
11 years, baby.
11, congrats.
Yeah,
I gotta find out the key to your success a little later. Yeah. Will you help me with that later? Yeah. I need 2 minutes from Jean Paul, all right? Seriously. I'm going on 3, and man, my wife wants to leave me. No,
really? You're good, man.
I'm good. I'm in good shape, I think. How are you, Melissa?
I'm good. You asked that already.
I forgot.
You? I like your hat.
Oh yeah, tweed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking good.
It's dope swag, bro.
Fits you well.
They got the best pillows. They got these like tweed pillows you can buy on their. I think you can buy them on their website.
You had them at the lounge.
Yeah,
right?
I stole them all. Like they were there for giveaway. No one took them. I took them all. They're my favorite pillows. Anyway.
Yeah, I see them in your Instagram story.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's cool.
But they're all the ones that say hi. You gotta diversify them. You know?
Oh, I see. No, they just happen to be on that side. Anyway, how are you? How's everything going with Boveda? Did you get it? Did you just break your phone? Did you get an important tweet?
It actually just deleted all my notes that I took for today.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I just haven't. But it's okay. I can pull up I don't know how that happened. But yeah, no, it totally, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Are you high today?
No, I wish.
Oh, man.
I feel like if I was high, I wouldn't be so anxious right now that
you're anxious.
Happens.
Okay.
But yeah.
You don't seem anxious.
Look at how red my face just went.
I just thought that's the September weather.
No. Well, it could, no.
No. The humans are changing colors, not the trees. That's what global warming does to you. That's probably the funniest thing I've ever said in my life. Did you find your notes?
No, they deleted. But it's okay. I'm just gonna
wait. Before you go on, what, Jean Paul? You like your medical marijuana?
I just like weed. I don't know about all the medical shit, but
I love it.
I'm from an island, man.
Which one?
Trinidad and Tobago.
My ex was Trini. Nice. Well, part Trini. Trininese.
Trininese?
Yeah.
Trinidad and Guyanese?
Chinese.
Or you just had Trininese?
Trinidad, yeah. He was like Chinese Trini.
Yeah, we have lots of those, man.
Yeah. And Sri Lankan.
And Sri Lankan.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he looked more East Indian. He was a cutie.
Yeah.
But he's in the
good
past.
blend, man.
Long time in the past.
All right.
Yeah. I can't believe my notes just got. This is why I usually use a notebook. I'm going back to old school. I'm never using technology again.
Yes, the first time you ever brought your phone, actually.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, right?
Well, all right. Do you know anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, of course. I have.
What's going on? Are we getting steps closer to legalization?
Okay, so that's actually what I wanted to talk about today. I want to talk about HESA because let me just open the right one here. Basically, HESA, the Standing Committee on Health, all met the first week of September for 5 days, and they met every single day, listened to at least 100 witnesses, but only a handful of them were LP representatives. So on Tuesday, tomorrow, there's a few more stakeholders that are going to come in. They're going to talk to, because what they really need to address right now is edibles and VAPs, which are
what's a VAP?
Yeah,
it's a value added product.
Okay.
So like an extract or all those things. I'm so glad I remembered this. So they want to talk about and address that, because when some experts from Colorado and Washington came in, they said to them, if you don't implement this into Bill C-44, then everyone's going to turn to the black market for edibles and VAPs.
I see. So they're saying get a head start on this. Make sure you include it while you're doing legalization, or else now you're going to have two-tier markets type of thing.
Exactly, yeah. And it's just going to perpetuate the black market. People are not going to be interested in the legal regime. And what was really interesting about all that is that when Bill C-45 was written, which was written by the Liberals, they didn't want to include that, even though the task force that was hired said, you really need to include vapes and edibles. Like, they're very important. You'd be letting go of a huge market. And as soon after they did that, or after they listened to everyone in the standing committee during HESA, they're now approaching it, and the Liberals are saying, well, it's Health Canada's fault that they're not prepared, which is kind of interesting, but I don't know.
Huh. But and forgive me if I'm wrong, but one of the things that what I've been some of the due diligence I've done is that it is tough to get specific, like the exact same types of dosages with these types of things, and that's like the ongoing kind of debate when it comes to that, right?
Yeah, but if you look at markets like Colorado and Washington, if they're able to regulate those markets and they give a cap of how much you can put in each product and it's labeled properly.
I know Tweed's doing that. Like when I did the Tweed studio, they were the Tweed tour. Yeah. They showed me like certain rooms where they're perfecting the science of sort of the pill form and the editable. Yeah. So if you, but it's Jean-Paul, are you an edible guy?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
But I like to smoke too. But I mean, I do love the cookies.
Do you know what you're getting? Like every time, is there a fear going, I wonder how this one's going to kick in as opposed to the last one?
I usually get my edibles from the same person, and they usually give me the tutorial before,
and
which is.
And do you find that those products from this specific person are consistent?
Yes.
Oh,
all
that's
the
good.
time,
Oh,
every time.
Yeah.
Does it vary between product? Like, how many products do they have in their line?
But I only eat cookies, though. I don't really eat the brownies.
You're a cookie monster.
Yeah, I am a cookie monster. Yeah. I'm not the gummies guy. I'm not that kind of,
Oh my God, gummies! One time I ate a gummy and it was I ate a little.
Like
bit
I remember
too
the
much.
first time I got into I won't say I got into edibles, but a friend of mine. And again, I smoke weed, and my friend was like, "Hey, it's a cookie," and then like, "Don't eat the whole cookie," and I'm like, "Shut up, man! It's a fucking cookie. The fuck's a cookie gonna do?" And I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I gotta ride this shit out, man. It was a long 3 hours.
What was the dose?
I have no clue.
And it was only 3 hours.
Probably closer to 4, but I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a lot
usually
of water drinking
it's
and a lot
4
of
to-
going outside, man.
4
It was
to
good.
6, 4
Yeah,
to
it was probably closer to 4.
Yeah.
Does it help if you consume more food and more water and things to help the what's the word I'm like, not like delete it, but
to
dilute.
mitigate,
Thank you.
mitigate the high.
Yeah, mitigate your damages.
Yeah. Well, actually, what they're finding now is if you add CBD when you have THC, the way the CBD reacts in the receptors, it helps to lower the reaction of THC. I'm probably not using the right science right now. But
I love CBD. They were my favorite rap
so
group.
if you ever find that
ABC, CBD.
if you ever find that you're too overly medicated, you can incorporate more like a higher level of CBD, and it will just help balance it out a little bit.
The only reason I was drinking water, and again, I know nothing about nothing, is just to rehydrate myself.
Yeah.
And then
You have to always
And then I would throw
rehydrate.
in
That's so
electrolytes
important.
and shit like that.
Yeah. That's
Do you get the pasties with edibles too?
Oh hell. Well,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Okay, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, it's a side effect.
Yeah.
It is a side
Yeah.
effect. So kissing is gross.
I don't know. Have you ever had sex on cannabis?
Yeah, in the day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah. You know, when I experimented in college.
experimenting with me with mayonnaise on fries. But anyhow, let's move
Entirely different. It looked like mayonnaise on fries.
Oh my God.
on. Ew.
That's kind of gross.
Oh, just long and skinny. Okay. You want to make out?
No,
Come on. Have you had sex on Cannabis High?
I'm a virgin.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, Bilal.
No,
Both of them immediately. Pedro and Bilal were like,
have.
yeah, right.
It's great.
Is it better?
It's very sensual. Like, I find that all your senses are so heightened that
for
when
sure.
you're like immersing yourself in someone else's energy that way, you can get caught up in the moment. But
This is a great conversation.
But staying in the
we've been
moment,
I
staying in the
haven't-
moment is what makes being intimate great. I mean, whether it's for love or not for love, it's being present with that person.
Exactly.
You know? 'Cause
You're right.
and it
Forgetting
becomes-
everything else.
Yeah, and then it becomes about you and the energy, and that's
Yeah.
usually when people fall in love, and then you're like, "Fuck, this is not what I was counting." on."
And then you're like, oh, thank God I met you while I was on vacation, and you go back home.
Oh, we had the orgasm at the same time.
Damn it.
That's the best, but like it's better
But
when
it
you
is
like,
loving. That's the problem.
yeah, complicated. It is. It's fun when you like orgasm at the same time, but then you just kind of, you're like, yeah, it was great in that moment, and we were really high on all the endorphins and the cannabis and, you know, everything. And but now I'm just gonna, I'm too busy.
Then there's a mortgage to pay later. But you know, the other problem about, like, in the limited amounts of times that I've been high and had sex, because I'm not a big consumer, is you talk about heightened senses, so is humor. Too. So like that
but
can.
But then it's
Look,
but then if there's like, if someone like, if she were to like queef or something, or something were just to happen, then it's like you're both laughing. So it takes away the embarrassment maybe a bit. Who knows?
It's
like,
so great. You just say.
I'm kind of glad that my notes just deleted right now.
Yeah, me too. This is the best Bovida report of all time.
I'm gonna get a call from them tomorrow and be like, Melissa.
It's all right. This is
Just
important
kidding.
stuff. They're
it's
keeping
real.
they're keeping the cannabis fresh for these types of things.
There you go. There you go.
And it is called two-way, right?
Yeah, it is. It's two-way. Yeah, that's correct.
We're all enjoying it. Oh man, it's my favorite.
CBD, ABC, East Coast fan.
Is that actually a song?
No, it's BBD. It's the Belle Biv DeVoe. But
Belle
great.
Biv DeVoe. Now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
You don't know Belle Biv DeVoe?
she's young,
God, you're young.
We're old, man.
We're old. They were the best.
I'm pretty good at keeping up, but sometimes the references are just like whoosh right over the head.
That girl was poison.
Okay, I know that song. I know that song.
Okay, oh, he's doing the dance.
Oh my God, so good. I almost want to. Here, wait, don't stop.
I won't
Keep
try
going.
that.
Keep it going.
He's just dancing
So
like
good.
it's good
Yes,
dancing.
look at the facial expression.
Bilal, you should pull up the tune.
He was freestyling it. Alex Pella.
That's epic.
So funny.
All right, well, are we done?
Well, okay, I actually really wanted to talk
Yeah.
about, so we talked about the edibles, and another thing that they really needed to address was public education, which I completely agree with. So
I feel like that's a whole topic on its. Like, I feel like that's an important one too.
it's huge.
Like
yeah.
for next week.
Oh. But this is a part of.
I'd rather talk about having sex high. That's fun.
Okay, well,
yeah.
sure.
That's.
I haven't.
Are there products? This is a good question. I'm going to put the Jeopardy music on for this. Are there products that help lubricate the areas that are medically induced?
Well, Tweed has Froya.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
What's Froya?
It's a cannabis infused lubricant.
It is?
And it helps. It's like a Viagra for women, basically.
What? I mean, what?
It's so funny. When that product first came out, I actually called the CEO, Matthew. I don't know if he's still the CEO, but I called him and I was like, "Are you making products for women with ovarian cancer?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "You should." And then they came up with suppository lines.
So Tweed has a
Tweed is with, like, Froya is one of Tweed's products.
It's called Euphoria.
I believe so. You did the tour.
It's my wife's birthday on the 29th.
That's dope, man.
There you go.
dope. I gotta write this
She
down.
could
Yeah,
just make sure she doesn't eat it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, just put it down there.
Yeah, just exactly.
Around, like, on the clit and, like, down.
Wow.
Sorry, like
No, this is real talk.
Yeah, no. You have to make sure it's on the clit, and then everywhere else is good too. But, like, make sure it goes there because that's where she's gonna.
You ever see American Pie, the first one? Yeah, Pedro was Jim there. Was it Jim who finished like that? Anyway.
Pedro swiped it.
No, he just
swipe?
finished. He was so excited.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Oh,
So,
okay.
because I saw
got
you,
excited.
you like Jerry when you said clit. Okay. Wow.
The
So
body
that's
part.
at Tweed. You can get that at Tweed.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't even know?
No. Is there for men just to
Well, like, you guys can use it. Just women get a much better euphoric experience. from it.
have you tried it?
I haven't tried Froya. I'm kind of a little bit of an alchemist, so I like making my own stuff. But,
Okay.
like, because I
You
have
make your own lube?
Yeah.
Weed lube?
Yeah. For myself.
That's the quote for tomorrow's meme, by the way. You make your own lube.
Oh my god, it's for myself, like for me time, you know? No?
This is my favorite chat of all time.
Oh my god. Maybe I should make my notes delete more often.
Yeah, no. So wow. So that's and what about if you rubbed it on your nipples? Would that help? Is there like things that increase sensation?
So, like, I love cannabis topicals altogether. So when you use a cannabis topical locally in an area, it's gonna make that area feel very relaxed and relieved. But are you videotaping me?
No,
right
it's
now?
so when you sounded like a medical professional, Melissa. Yeah.
Because
Locally in an area, that's smart.
Yeah, but no, like, because when you apply it locally, it's gonna, like, for example, I make topicals for my pain. And when I'm wearing heels too much, put that shit on my feet and I can dance all night. But basically, you can, like, when you put it on there, it reduces inflammation, it relaxes it, it just leaves a blanket. But when you use it as a lubricant, I don't know the full science behind it, so I don't want to speak to that, but it's just like an amazing sensation. And it just gets you're like, yep, I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a weird question. So knowing that like weed or cannabis, like, draws moisture away, how does it work as a lube?
Well, it helps it.
Really?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
smoking
I'm not
the wrong
speaking
weed.
from experience at all.
I need to lube my mouth before I start smoking.
There's someone at home who's just tuning in halfway and they're shoving up like the plant up their ass though.
Oh my god. No, you have to like extract it in a proper way. No solvents. You don't want to use products with solvents.
No, never.
Yeah.
No solvents.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. What about flavor for? Can you do anything with flavor? Because I know
I'm
that.
sure you could add like organic flavors to it. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to put like. I don't know. The reason why I started making my own cannabis lube is because the actual lube is like the citric acid or something in it. Like it really bothers the way
Real
that my
lube.
body
Okay,
is. Yeah,
Okay.
like I haven't
It
I'm like
reacts to
super
it.
uncomfortable and I'm not happy. Like it's not fun at all. I'm also allergic to latex, so I have to use like polyurethane condoms too. Like I'm just like a weird person.
Wow.
But like
Oh,
the
what an
cool-
excuse not to wear domers.
no,
huh?
no, I would never not. Are you nuts? No. But like, it's one of those things where if you're using an oil-based product, you can't use latex because it'll break it down, first of all. But when you're using like oils like coconut oil, it's so good for the female body too. So it just helps like keep all the right bacterias there. And,
Wow.
yeah. But it keeps it nice and
Why didn't I
soaked
know
and
this
ready.
years ago?
Ready to go. Well, now you do. You have a wife though, so you
I
can
do have
like
a
go
wife.
surprise her, like light some candles.
It's a weed lube, baby.
Just like don't even tell her. She'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why am I so excited?"
No, I think you have to tell them at that point, right? Like that.
What's your? Yeah, I
My
guess.
vagina feels high. Well,
There's
have some
actually
Doritos.
there is
Just shove them up in there.
Cartoon, it's just like it's jumping on.
Cool Ranch, the not
Oh my
spicy
God.
ones. There's
there's
perfect
this
shape,
article
too.
I read though, and this
Picture
girl.
vagina eating chips.
Now I understand why we started 25 minutes late. This guy's just great.
Oh man. It's like drinking water after. Through a big straw, getting a slushie, go to 7-Eleven.
brain
Oh
freeze.
my God.
Yeah. Why do I have ovarian freeze? Okay. Oh shit.
But yeah, you should order it for your wife's birthday.
I will.
And you can try it out yourself and let us know what your experience was, because there isn't really a lot of data on men
Okay.
using
When
it.
I'm having my sensitive days, my wife will just ask to rub it all over my mouth.
No. I was gonna tell you. So I read this article of
She's so
this
tough on me when I'm
of this woman.
suck it up. I'm sorry.
You would get really high,
Oh.
like really, really fucked up. Like this one girl in Colorado, she drank the lube bottle because she was like using it and like trying to get high, and it wasn't working. So she drank it, and it's a higher dosage than like what a normal tincture would be, for example. And she was a nanny, and she had to call into work sick for 3 days because she was so high.
Yeah.
She like was just done. It's like, girl, get some CBD.
ABC.
Melissa Rolston, thank you very much for hanging out with us with Sean Paul. For the Bovida report, bovidainc.com is where you get your two-way humidity control packs, keeping your medical cannabis flower fresh. Say goodbye to dry. Say hello to Tasty Bud. Thanks for hanging out. That was a lot of fun. Tasty Bud.
Well, I guess we should just delete my notes from
now on.
Yeah, jeez.
No, this is good. I think we'll have to do an in-studio test next week with Bilal and Pedro. See how it goes.
Oh, my God.
All right. Cheers to you.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. You can subscribe over there, or you can watch another video over here. And I think this is the Daniel Bryan yes chant. So what the hell? Yes, Todd Shapiro Show. Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore. It's a very sad story.